fighting against the toughest, you're gonna become the toughest. If you're fighting in that environment, the toughest environment, you're gonna become that environment. So let's just get used to the toughest environment and let's go for it. Let's just make it happen. I'm the head professor here. I'm the head professor here. What the fuck is up, everybody? I am your host of the Modern Day Warrior Show, Angel Halo Lopez, and it is absolutely fantastic and great to be back on the air today. And today we have a special guest. His name is James Delsid from Fresno, California, a mixed martial artist. What the fuck is going on, James?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me on the show, Coach Angel. As he said, James Delsid. Like, I go by JD Kane. I'm just blessed to be here. Great day. Good training camp I'm having. I'm about 9 days out. If y'all didn't know, I'm fighting middleweight title for Valley Fight Series 7 in Hanford, California at the Kings County Fairgrounds. So come and watch me. Come and check it out. But I feel really good. I feel really great. Thank you, Ruben, for having me here on your show. I appreciate it. And whatever you got, Coach, let's go.
All right, man. So, I've known you for a long time. We've been doing, jiu-jitsu over the years, over 10 years, maybe.
Lot of years.
Yeah, a lot of years. And you took up MMA.
I think it's about 8.5.
Yeah, about 8.5, somewhere around the 8 to like around that area.
8.5.
Yeah, we've been in the
I got a good memory.
Yeah, we've been in the jits game. I don't, obviously.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I got a badass memory and a good one. However you want to take it.
Whenever you want to make it right.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. That's just who I am. I have a great time all the time. But now you've taken up mixed martial arts. And I was happy about that because I know the kind of guy you are. You are a warrior. You got a big heart and everything. So what made you want to start fighting MMA?
Well, to be honest, I started in 2013, and I remember I had my trucking business, and I always wanted to fight, but I had a business going on and a family and up and coming girls, and I wanted the best for my daughters, and they were all into dancing and stuff, and I was fucking fat as fuck from working and driving, and I grew up in CYA, California Authority, so
yes,
I had
sir.
Dozens and dozens of fights, real fights, everything before I even started this shit. So I always thought I knew how to fight, right?
Absolutely.
Because I was fucking knocking people out or jumping on their fucking head in prison and coming out with shanks and whatnot and, real life shit type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't saved and shit. Motherfuckers get saved and they go they try to act like gangsters. But if you're in the gym since you were 13 years old, you ain't no gangster. You weren't saved. My homies were fucking robbing fools.
Right.
Doing gangster shit,
right.
Teaching me shit, stealing cars, shit like that. So that's how I grew up, right here in north side Fresno. And then I just, after all that, and then, when I got out and I went and I did the fucking, the trucking thing, and then I got out, I was humongous, 280 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah,
big?
but sexy as fuck though. You know what I mean?
You were sexy big.
All 280 pounds.
You were sexy big. Your
so
girl,
I went
to
they did. They do and much more now.
Yeah, I got you.
But I went to clean this off real quick, and then I went to so I was super big MMA fan because I like fucking violence,
Right.
And I hated the ground shit. I couldn't stand it. I was disgusted with it. I never understood, and I just like to see people fight, get punched, kicked, elbowed, their head cut open, normal shit like that. And then one day, I was a big fan of Anderson Silva, humongous. And then Chael Sonnen, I think, hit him over 480-something times on the ground. And I was fucking going crazy because I wanted Anderson Silva to win. I was cussing at the TV. I think I broke my fucking TV, threw a beer at it and shit and something, whatever, at the wall. And then they
Wild
said,
shit.
yeah, and I go, and then Anderson Silva triangles Chael Sonnen the last fucking minute of the fight.
Right.
And I'm so excited, ecstatic, and I was I want to learn this shit. This can save your life. You know what I mean? So that's how I fell into jiu-jitsu. Then I also wanted to learn how to fight, so I started training both jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai.
Right.
And I was doing it for about a year, both, one and one. And then I started competing 2 months after I was white belt, no stripes. 2 months after I started competing, went to a fucking tournament, got choked out, drove home crying, whatever. You know what I mean? Changed my life right there, completely.
Right.
Fucking went, lost weight, went to the fucking Went to Worlds 6 months in, placed third, and then I just kept going in jiu-jitsu and jiu-jitsu and jiu-jitsu, and I just felt more like obsessed with it.
Right.
Like completely fucking, my day is surrounded around jiu-jitsu, like type shit, you know?
Right.
So I felt like I got really good. I went to, every month I was driving to either IBJJF tournament or NABJJF tournament every month. And I'd go on my own, with or without the team. I didn't care.
Right.
And I still don't give a fuck. I'm a fucking real warrior. You know what I'm
sure
saying?
are.
I don't need 10 people behind me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
right.
remember coming out of the cell with 5 motherfucking fools, and you got to deal with it. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? You'd be like, hold on, time out. Can you pull out my homie? Don't work that way.
Yeah.
You
gotta get busy.
You got to get ready to go, you know?
Right.
So that's just the way I took my real life experiences to the mat.
Yeah.
So I was doing over and over and over tournaments, and then boom, I'm in Pan Am's, 2015.
Yeah.
Like some fucking army dude, warrior probably throws me, rips my leg right in half. Pop! Sound like a gunshot. Sound like a 22.
Wow.
We continue to roll. Referee stops it, says, "You blew your knee." I heard it. I said, "I didn't tap. Don't stop it. Let's go." I lost by points, and then I limped off the mat like Karate Kid. Remember that shit?
That's you. Yeah.
Then I drove all the way home with no cruise control. It was fucking horrible, a lot of pain. And then when I went to the doctor, my ACL was blown. I went back a month later and won the world championships as a white belt with a blown fucking ACL and meniscus.
Yes, I believe I remember you winning that world title.
So that happened, and then I come back and I'm training for another 2 years, just doing national champ, just doing everything.
Right.
Then I get my neck busted completely, like fucking crushed. C6 to C7, completely crushed.
Wow.
Then I go and I win I'm a purple belt at that time, and then I win the NABA world title. You remember that one?
You won it.
Yeah, that was 17. With this, you know what I mean? I fucking shot a fucking quarter-ounce shot at me and shit, and numbed that shit, and I went and won that shit.
SJJIF
I cut
world
12
champ.
pounds that morning in the tub to win that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that happened. So I went to surgery, and I got my surgery done, and when my surgery was complete, again, I started fucking getting fat again, drinking, and I was just in a lot of fucking pain.
Right.
And I woke up about 4 something in the morning, jumped on the scale, and I was 234 pounds. I texted my daughter's coach, Brandon Crouch, that's at Outlaw Boxing, actually.
Right.
I texted him and I said, "Hey, teach me how to fucking box." It was 4 something in the morning. And he must have been up drunk or some shit, but he replied, "Okay, I'll see you in the morning." Right?
Nice.
And I said, "All right."
Yeah.
So I went in there, and the whole idea was just to start to drop my weight so I can get back into jiu-jitsu.
To get healthy. Yeah.
But then I started throwing punches, and I started realizing, like, oh shit, you're good at this. You hit really well, and
Right.
you know. So that's what happened. And I said, I'm just gonna do one fight, and I know that I can't compete. I'm just gonna chance it and do it once.
Right.
I ended up knocking the dude out first round. I did a MMA fight. Then after that, I did a boxing fight. Then after that, I did another MMA fight, and I was just hooked, and I couldn't stop.
Good.
And it just feels so much. I felt the way it felt. It was just I can't even like. I don't even think I need to create a word for it. How it feels, you know, to walk inside a boxing ring and or a cage, and just the what pumps through your blood. And
It's
the way
priceless.
It is. But I must admit, I really, because people used to say, "Man, you'd be good at MMA," you know, because you do so much jujitsu.
Right.
The nerves for jujitsu is worse than walking into a cage. It just really is.
It's harder than people think.
Yeah, it is harder than people think. And I
Yeah.
remember fighters telling me that, and I was like, "There's fucking no way." I almost damn near shit my pants every time I jump on the mat and compete. But once I grab a hold of the person, it's on.
It's different.
Yeah, but so that's true. So I if I didn't have all the years of competition, high level jujitsu,
Yeah.
that I don't think I could have started fighting, because I started training MMA and boxing.
Right.
3 months later, I started training that.
Right.
3 months prior to 2014, where I was like doing little classes, but when I really started training for a fight, 3 months later, I took my first fight. Three months later.
I truly believe that your jiu-jitsu experience, it definitely complements your fighting. So like you're saying, it helps with your nerves and all that. Because jumping on the jiu-jitsu mat, like people get real nervous. I understand that. I'm a coach. I've been competing for a long time. But I think that's why you're such a good fighter. And your character, though, all your experiences, you know, from the streets to being in jail and all that, I think all that complements your fighting today. And now that you're a professional, like, I call you a professional fighter. You know what I mean?
Well,
you're a professional
I get
fighter.
calls all the time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
if I wanted to. But.
Yeah, so you are that guy, and you are such a modern-day warrior, and I fucking love it. And so how many fights do you have in the cage?
In the cage?
Yes.
Shit. Well, they told me yesterday 12.
Wow.
Or I'm coming up on my 12.
Right.
I have a total of 22.
Right. So you have fought for a couple belts. How many belts have you fought for already, and how many did you own?
I think I fought for 4, and I own 2.
That's good.
1, 2. Yeah, I own 2. Yeah, I own 2.
And I remember you fighting
I should own more.
No, you are a fun fighter to watch.
I mean, I had some issues coming up on my last few fights, which everybody does. Nobody wants to hear.
No one's perfect.
Fucking excuse, you know, but
yeah, it don't matter. I mean, you know, it goes
with
either
holes
way.
in your body, sometimes that is a real excuse. So
exactly. Oh yeah, and another thing is though, I want to talk about your fight in Reedley. You fought a guy that looked identical to Conor McGregor. It was funny. I'm like, who is this guy, right?
Oh yeah, I remember 2019 and what September?
Yeah, and it's like
I had red hair and shit.
I'm like, who is? Yeah, you've had all kinds of hairstyles. You know, everybody. You're a great character. Everybody loves to see you fight. You're exciting. But let's go back to that fight. He looked like Conor McGregor. I heard he was his real student, though. He came from Ireland, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he lives here in Los Angeles. He's from, if I could find out, but he was in like the service, the war or something.
Okay.
For 4 years in his country.
Okay.
Right? But he's connected with people, and he goes and trains with Conor McGregor a little bit, but it wasn't really like that. It was Conor McGregor's head coach.
Oh.
So
okay,
I know the guy now. Like I can, I don't want to throw.
Cool.
I don't want to throw no dust on him. You know, he jumped in the cage.
He's a good fighter.
He fucking he put it on, and he came way over here. You know, and so I'd go way the fuck over there tomorrow and fight. I don't care about that. But I got to give him credit for doing what he did.
Right.
And Kevin, man, I'm not that good with fucking names. You know what I'm saying? But it's Kevin.
But he has a good fight.
Orsini, some shit.
He has a good fighting style, just like Conor. He looked just like Conor in the cage. I'm serious. His back
So
kicks.
he had told me, like, later on, after when we started talking, he says the night before the fight, him and Conor McGregor's coach sat down and got on YouTube and watched every single one of my fights.
Wow.
And every single style that I have, right?
Yeah.
So when they mapped it out and planned, they had watched me before.
Right.
But then when there was, the night before, they were just, prepping.
Right.
And he had told me that. And I think the reason why I beat him because he was given, I don't want to say he was given wrong information, but they were 100% thinking that I was fucking going to bring him down and go straight to the ground.
Right.
But I did the 100% opposite.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you were closing the distance and you were putting tips on him. It was a very good fight. He was tough too, but you had a lot of heart and burning desire, and you can't teach heart, and that's something that you have.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
You gotta have it or you don't.
Exactly.
You gotta make adjustments. I say you're born with this or you're not.
Right.
But you can always adjust.
Absolutely.
You can always adjust. You can always train your brain. You can always exercise your thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do as any type of athlete, honestly.
Right.
But as a fighter, I think it's at a higher level.
Yeah.
And you have to. You just got to
train those thoughts. You got to stay positive.
I got a fucking 10-year-old daughter,
Right.
10-year-old daughter, when she's about to fight or compete.
Right.
I'll be like, don't be no bitch. Dad loves you. Get out there and do your thing.
That's
just like that. You know what I mean? What's your fucking name? Back your shit up.
You are a good dad because you have your daughters in martial arts, and both your daughters, they train both jiu-jitsu and they both box?
Yeah, no, I have 4. I have one son,
right.
little James.
Right.
Very good wrestler, athlete, football player.
Right.
Wasn't a good baseball player. He couldn't hit the ball, but he was an awesome catcher.
It's all
You
good.
know what I mean? I used to say can't get right. I coached him, everything.
Got to pick your
Love
game.
him to death. And he
got to pick it.
Then he started doing. He was doing wrestling from 9 years old, and then he started jiu-jitsu kind of late, like at 15. But he had some experience with dad at home.
Right.
And very, very, very good, you know. But he doesn't train or fight anymore. And I have my other daughters. I have Jaylene, Jocelyn, Jamie, and Jane, baby Jane. I got them all right here. You can see.
Tatted down.
Fade,
from the floor down.
Baby Jane, and Jay Queen.
Right.
So Jay Queen, 16 years old, declarated boxer.
She is.
High level, already professional, runs every morning, does it on her own, goes to class. And she quit school in like 8th grade or some shit. But I don't care. That's kind of late because motherfuckers, in our family, we usually quit in like 5th or 6th. So
I didn't like school
she
either.
went all the way to 8th grade. That's fucking, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But she goes, she trains, she runs. That's not even part of her training. She just wakes up and goes and runs. Comes back, then she goes to the gym. She trains 2.5 hours. She spars 2 to 3 times a week. From there, she goes to her work. She's a coach now.
Right.
She's that good.
Wow.
And
yeah.
she's amazing. Follow her on Instagram, you guys. It's at Jaylene Delsid.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
At Jaylene Delsid. If I fucking said that right, I don't know. But so, and then after that, if there's extra time, if the timing's right, you know, she'll go do some jiu-jitsu.
Right.
She'll do some kickboxing. But she is, in all honesty, about, I would say, a weird fucking odd number, 93% committed to box. She's committed to boxing, and that's what she's going to do. She's not going to go do no jiu-jitsu tournament or a kickboxing tournament. She's going to go become fucking famous and rich, and you'll see her in the motherfucking Madison Square Garden.
That's right.
She's amazing, amazing, amazing.
I truly believe that because I've seen her. You know, she comes to
Yeah.
the gym, she trains, she spars, and she is amazing. Her boxing is so good.
Yeah,
I'm
she'd be
like,
teaching me shit. She'd be like, Dad, do this. Dad, do that. I'm like, okay.
but that's a reflection of you, though, because you're a great martial artist.
Yeah,
and
she
you
just
pass that
she
on.
passed me. You know, I'm like, oh, boom.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
That's great. And then another thing is, we want to go to this part where I think it was about half a year ago, where you got shot by somebody that you got shot, and you're still here. So
Correct.
what's up with that? Because I know when I heard about it, they're like, James Delsid got shot. I'm like, that's my brother right there. I was upset about that. And you know, you got shot. So what like when you got shot after that, they said that you weren't going to ever be able to compete.
Yeah, so after I was shot and the doctors, so I had a bullet stuck in me.
Right.
So
Yes.
I had a bullet go right through right here.
Right. That's a scar right there. I can see
Yeah,
it.
there's one right here and there's one right here.
So it came straight through.
So
Boom.
at the time I wasn't sure how many times I got shot.
How many times did you get shot?
And so
2.
twice.
Okay.
But I thought
so,
it was 3 because I had 3 holes.
One.
Well, I got 4 holes in me now. But
so that was the exit, and then one more there.
yeah, so the arm was like right here. I looked
Right.
like Popeye, you know.
Oh yeah. He tried to make you more buff. That
Yeah,
coward.
I need to eat my spinach.
What a
but-
coward.
Yes. So that happened, and this was fine. It's just small little particles, and
Right.
you know, they'll probably flush out. And my body's like, I don't want this shit, get out. And then I was hit here.
Right.
So I have a scar, like I had a hole here.
Right.
And so the bullet traveled. Instead of traveling this direction in, it was traveling out.
Missed your heart.
Yeah.
Barely.
So here's the sternum, then
Right.
the X-ray. I have an X-ray where you can see the fucking bullet, and you can see my heart. And I was like, man, people always said I have a big heart. And I looked at the X-ray, my heart was big.
That's
So,
right.
You know,
James Delsid, everybody.
I got really lucky, so it was right there. So the bullet was stuck really inside of me, sitting literally over the sternum,
Right.
like completely. And so what happened was I was 7 weeks out from one of my fights.
Right. I remember that.
And,
I remember.
So I remember the first thing I asked the doctor when I was laying there, like, fuck, am I going to die? I'm fucking, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
right.
I said, I fight in 7 weeks. Am I going to be able to fight? And he says, let's worry about these bullets first. And let's, you know.
Yeah.
He's probably thought I was something wrong with me or some shit.
He thought you were a regular ass
Yeah,
dude.
you know what I mean?
J.D. Kane, baby.
Yeah. So after having all these doctors and fucking tubes and shit around me and my nose and my veins, they all disappeared. And then one of them came back, and that's when he told me that you were going to live. So to go off of the story correctly, after I knew I was going to live, it hit the MMA Camel Commission that James Delsid has been shot. So when they found out I was shot, they called up the promoter and they said, hey, we're pulling the fight. It was a state title. So a state title's a huge thing. If
Huge,
you
very
win,
huge.
you win the state title, you know, you kind of you can walk your way into
Anywhere.
a good professional promotion.
Any promotion.
And I wanted this so bad, like I knew what was on the line, and I'm a big draw, you know.
You are.
And just to have a good fucking combatant or a Bellator fight at the same Mart Center, I'd sell that bitch out in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I went to they said, you know, 100% he's done. You're not fighting. And I wasn't even training because I was still bleeding.
Yeah,
I was
I
still
get it.
changing my bandages.
Right.
And I was actually in Texas, you know, because my Ron Yabov, one of my best friends and one of my good sponsors, flew me and Jamie Kane out, my daughter, my 10-year-old, to Texas. And when we got there, you know, he took care of us for a week, treated us, took us to every restaurant. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ron. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
What up, Ron? I know Ron.
Yeah. And I said, I got a phone call while they were ordering. I went outside and they said you couldn't, and I couldn't understand. My brain was it was like fucking twitching like a computer. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I started crying, and I was just like, please, like, don't do this to me. I'm having issues. Like the only thing that's gonna set me free is to fight.
Yeah.
And I'm literally gonna go to jail if I can't fight. Like I need to
fight.
I need to compete. And I started calling. I don't know who it was, fucking my wife or Jordan. I ended up getting Derek's number, and I started calling him, pleading with him, and he didn't like. He was being cool about it, but there says
Following the rules like he's supposed to.
If you want to fight, you need to remove that bullet.
Right.
That's it. It's sitting over your heart. And I want blood tests, and I want the report, and I want a doctor's note, and I want X-rays, and I want a clearance from your neck, because I was like, I broke my neck at 17. What the fuck are you talking about? But
Right.
they wanted everything, my whole here. So like, what you want, my social security number? Fuck, you know? Mm-hmm. So after they said all that, I was just like, at that time, I think I had 5 weeks or little over 5 weeks, you know, like 5.5 weeks at that time to figure all this shit out. And I wasn't even training in because I couldn't.
Right.
Right.
You had to.
So and a lot of the shit really hasn't been exposed, you know. But fuck it, we're on Modern Day Warriors. We talk about
That's
whatever.
right,
we want.
baby. We're
You know what I'm
warriors
saying?
around this motherfucker.
And so I said, I just couldn't figure it out. I didn't even sleep that night. I was up like calling and texting everybody
Right.
and fucking everybody that I know. If there were a fucking dentist, I was saying, do you know this guy? Or if you were a fucking nurse, I was like, can you do this for me? Can you forge this? What can you do?
Right.
Like, I'll pay or whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I was able to, and I cheated like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta cheat life sometimes, man.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was
you
kidding.
gotta cheat a little bit.
So as soon as when I got home, when I hit LA,
Right.
I said, I went to work. I went straight to doctors, and the
Right.
doctor's like, "Oh, I can set your appointment." But this time it was like, I'm the date you're giving me is after my fight. No, I need to see.
Yeah.
The specialist now.
Right.
There's no fucking way. That's the way the shit works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to get the paperwork done.
Yeah. So I got good friends of mine.
Right.
Zib, actually, Ron's brother. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he calls up, you know, one of his friends. They know a lot of people. He's a doctor. I go see them.
Right.
I go see them, and they says same shit. They're like, listen, you're alive, and if we cut it open,
Something might happen.
you know, we could hit something because it's right, the position it's in. And I'm saying, no,
Do it.
fucking cut it out.
Right.
And they're like, we you know,
can't.
we're not going to put you to sleep. You fucking, you know.
They don't want to risk it.
You're not paying us. And, you know, I'm like, cut this motherfucker out. And they says, okay, well, come back on this date. We're going to call you. We're going to call you tonight, and you're going to come back on this date. And the date was either tomorrow or the next day. I said, okay. So I went home, and I sat there, and I went like this to my phone. I was just staring at it forever, and the motherfucker never rang. And so...
Running out of time.
I was just like, that's another day of healing, right? So I'm like, hey, Zip, call him. Zip, call him. And he's calling him. And while he's calling them, they're like, okay. They start talking to him how they're going to do it. Well, my buddy Ron is in the garage at that time. He flew back from Texas, and he's just like, you want that bullet out? And we were drinking and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I want it out. And he was just I can't give no names, but he called up one of his dudes
Yeah.
that works for, like I said, they know a lot of people. You
Right.
know, they're well connected.
Yeah.
Okay, bring him in tomorrow. And he's like, this motherfucker ain't got no insurance, no money, no nothing. You know, they're like, I got you.
He's just a modern day warrior.
They're like, I got you, Ron.
Warrior status.
Bring him in.
Right.
And then he's like, all right, he gives the phone. He's like, JD, I got you. He's like, we're going to get it out tomorrow. And I was just like, okay. He's like, you sure you want to do this? I was like, man, let's go.
Get that shit out.
You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, all right. So, like, every time I went to the doctors and in an emergency, they would take a picture of my fucking chest, the x-ray, and they'd walk away, and I hit it with my phone. Like, you know, I was, like, fucking doing whatever I had to do.
Yeah, right.
And I sent him everything, and the report, and the blood work, or whatever they fucking found in me. I don't know. And then so we get there, and we're driving. He's like, hey, so we're fucking on the 405. Where exactly is this? And then he gives us an address, and Ron's like, this is his house, because he knows.
You're going
so
to
we
home.
go to his fucking house,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "We're doing it right here,
Hell yeah.
prison style."
Fuck it.
And I'm like, "Okay."
Get
I
it
was
done.
like, "Okay." Fucking, I opened the beer and shit, and I was just like, "Okay, boom,
Let's loosen up. Get
let's
this
go."
shit done.
We went. I was like, "Where are we gonna go?" Bro, we
Right.
went straight in the back fucking yard.
Right.
Sat down on a fucking chair, not a chair like this, you know, and it was a little long, you know. And then he's like, "Take off your shirt." He oiled me. I was gonna say oil me down, but you know, fucking, you know,
Oiled your
what am I
chest
thinking
area.
about? Yeah,
Iodine your chest.
Clean me up, right?
Yeah,
Clean me
yeah,
up.
yeah.
And I sat there and I said, wait, you gonna right now? He's like, right now. He pulled this fucking huge needle out, right? And I was just like, what is that for? And he's like, I gotta numb you. And he touched me. He says, you know, you got a lot of muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
We numb fat. You're gonna feel this when I'm cutting you open.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fuck it, let's go.
Fuck it.
He fucking stuck the needle in. He's like, he started shooting me up, and he's like, don't move. Did it again. He's like, okay,
Making sure you're good.
you feel that? And I was just like, well, it's numb, but I know you're touching me. He's like, all right, fucking pulls out the what's that shit called? Scalpel. Is that because he stole the he took the shit from the
Pulled
fucking
the Rambo.
yeah, he took the shit from the fucking and I was thinking about Rambo the whole time. Remember when he got shot and he popped
Yeah.
that bullet out?
Yeah,
And
he's
I
like,
was just
"You're Rambo.
I was-
You're the modern day
I was
Rambo
just like,
now."
I'm the real life I'm real fucking life Rambo. Yeah, but alive.
The
And,
new Rambo.
So he says, he was like, close your eyes. Because he has the scalpel in his
Right.
hand. Because he took a bag from operation from the hospital.
Right.
Like he snagged it.
Right.
With all the tools, all the pliers.
I get
like
it.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everything he needs.
Everything he needs. Yeah. And I was just like, man, this is like a big old mean dude too. And I was like, man, you sure you know what you're doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, I got this. I was just like, he's like, what's wrong? You scared? I was like, a little bit. Shit. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
like, shit, you're about to almost cut my heart
We're about to
open.
do some open heart surgery on a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So he goes, he's like, close your eyes. And I was like trying to close my eyes and I just kept opening them. And he's like, this is why we put people to sleep. And you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
of the way they are.
Right.
He's like, put your hat over your face. I was like, I got it. I put my hat over my face and a little buckle in the back.
Right.
And I was peeking. And I was like looking and I watched him stick me in the fucking chest and cut me all the way down like a fucking turkey, like Thanksgiving. Like, oh, what do you want? A fucking wing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And
I
just
get it.
all the way down. And then I started feeling, it hurt. Like it felt like, you know, I was like, oh, and he's like, oh, you all right? And I was like, I feel it. He's like, hold on. Shot some numbing shit on me again.
Yeah, he's hooking you
Right?
up, making
And
sure
then
you feel better.
he's like, you good now? I was like, well, I don't know. Cut me so I'll see.
Taking care of you.
So I started bleeding.
Right.
Right? And he was cutting.
Right.
He's like, I told Ron not to let you drink or whatever because I was bleeding.
Bleeding, yeah.
And I was just like, well, we were already drinking when you said you'd do it. So fuck it. We kept on drinking. You know what I'm
Fuck it,
saying?
just
Whatever.
a warrior.
Yeah.
There you go with that
You know what
warrior
I'm saying?
shit again.
So
I love it. I love
we kept
it.
going. So he cut it open and the hole was open. And I looked over at Ron and Ron was like, you're fucking crazy. And I was just like, what'd you think I wasn't going to do it? So he pulled out these scissor pliers type shit.
Yeah.
He starts going down. I can feel him in my body touching my sternum
Yeah. Yeah.
like this, and I'm looking. And you ever see Terminator? Arnold Schwarzenegger,
couple times.
1984.
Yeah, yeah, crazy
You know what I mean?
shit.
I've only seen it about 5,000 times. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it a couple. I ain't gonna lie.
So
Yeah,
I remember,
Sarah Connor
I
and all
remember,
that.
you know, I had a crush on her too. Nah, but I remember he got shot. And he was like doing this shit and like pulling out bullets.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's what it looked like. And
I
I was
know.
just like, I was looking at this, not in my arm.
In your
not
chest.
my big
By
ass
your
arm.
heart.
My fucking right here.
Wow.
And he was just like doing that. And he was reaching in. He was like this, pulling out. He's like, hold on. It's like I was like, I'm gonna pull this bolt out right here. I can't get it because it's stripped.
It was there,
right?
yeah.
And he was doing this, and he was like, hold on, and I was just like, oh my God, like, damn. And then I looked up, and the motherfucker was like this, trying to get it out, and then all of a sudden, he's like, I got it.
Making mechanical faces.
Yeah, making fucking. He's just
doing
like,
shit.
I got it. He goes, I got it. I got it. Pulls it out, but bop, drops it on my chest.
Oh.
Immediately starts cleaning me up. Grabs the fucking bullet.
Do you have it as a souvenir still?
Man, I bought a fucking necklace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh, you're gonna make that fucker
wore
a fucking warrior necklace.
Yeah.
Damn it. I love it.
So, and that's how much of a gangster it shows you.
Gangster shit,
I can turn that bitch in right now if I wanted to.
No.
But I never would, though.
Yeah, the guy.
Never,
that guy's
would.
a coward.
I would
just,
be
yeah,
fucking like, you fucking
that guy
crazy.
that shot you's a pussy. Yeah. Fuck
so,
him.
you know,
Yeah.
he that happened, and we didn't even get stitches. He cleaned me up, and he did this. He put some shit on me.
Tighten it up a little.
Yeah, and then he put fucking tape.
Nice.
Like some good ass tape.
Yeah.
I thought I was
tape.
done. I was like, okay, we're good, man. Thank you.
Like Gorilla Glue kind of, but doctor
He went
tape.
like this. Let me see your hand. Put my hand. Motherfucker put a fucking handful of pills. That was my prescription.
He's like, here you go.
He goes like, here you go. He goes, that's gonna be sore. And he's like, hey, one more thing. He's like, one more. He goes, one more thing. And I was like, what? He's like, drop your pants. I was like, why? He pulled out another fucking
antibiotics.
dart or some shit or whatever. Like a goddamn. I was just like, can you just shoot an IV or some shit? I can't. I'm not good with needles. Like, I don't want that in me. I'm like, I'm already fucking terrible. I'm ready, like, kind of like, it's done, you know?
Right.
He's just like, I have to fucking put this in you.
Right.
I have to.
You have to.
And I was like, can you put it in a smaller? I mean, you should have seen this thing. Like, so when I got my neck, when I got my neck sliced and they cut me open, they brought that same shit in, and I refused it from the doctors.
Right.
I was like, you're not sticking that thing at me. Mm-hmm. When I got shot, they brought the same shit in me to do it.
Yeah.
Luckily, they were able to IV me.
Right.
Because they wanted to do it that way. They're like, it works better here. I was like, you're not putting that in me.
Right.
Right? It's like a monster fucking needle. And then and it ain't thin either. So I said, when he did it, because of the way it went down with the, watching it, I had to do it. When he shot me in the ass, when he shot me in my fucking right butt cheek,
yeah, that sounds better.
I'm telling you that shit hurt more than being shot.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, getting shot was whatever. It wasn't nothing. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Getting your nose broke hurts a little bit more than getting shot. Tell you the truth, I had my nose broke like 4 times. So
Me
whatever.
too.
You know what I mean? Good thing it just keeps breaking straight because it's still pretty. But when you fucking when you after fact when you're shot, that shit hurts. Like the next day, you're like, oh fuck my god, fuck this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that hurt so bad when he put it in me, and fucking released the shit into me. It was like a painful electrocution. Like I was like electrocuted.
Wow,
you know what I mean? Like fucking Einstein or something. I was, that shit hurt so bad, right?
I love it.
You know? And then so we were done, and I was like, all right, Dad, check. He's like, I'm going to check on you tomorrow. I was like, I'll be good to fight in 5 weeks. That was 5 weeks from when I fought. That happened. I still couldn't train. He was like, you can't, you have a cut in you here.
Right.
And these were still fucking be leaking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I basically was like, okay, Ron, let's leave. We left. We went straight to the bar, and hung out. And then fucking after that,
you earned that.
I could
you
not.
Earned that bar
I could
trip.
not. The only thing I started doing was like walking slow, walking, and then I had no time to train. I couldn't. So it was about. Then I had to go get the blood work. I had to go get a physical. I had to go get 2 physicals. I had to go get my neck cleared. I had to go do a lot of shit.
Right.
And I couldn't pass the physical.
Right.
Because I couldn't do what the doctors wanted me to do. Because not to mention, when I got shot and I was fucking getting away, so, when I was jumping fences, I ripped my my left ankle on the bottom.
Right.
Ripped right in half. But I still managed.
Going. Yeah.
But later on, I was... so when you do your physical, you have to, doctors will make you hop, do jumping jacks, or walk like a duck, shit like that, to make sure you're
functional.
Small little simple shit.
Functional.
And I couldn't do it, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like I couldn't fucking do it, and I was so nervous going in there because I knew I was fucked up.
Right.
And my blood pressure was through the fucking roof. So
Right.
they failed me because I couldn't do the thing.
Right.
And then I couldn't do my blood pressure was too high. So
Right.
they denied me. So I went back again. I told them I was, under stress, under pressure, or whatever.
Right.
So I ended up, I seen how it was. I seen the way they do it. You go to like a nurse
Right.
does the blood pressure in the check-in, and then a doctor does the physical.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, how am I going to figure this shit out?
Right.
I wrote a letter on my phone. Like I typed it all in like this. Mm-hmm. Then I screenshotted it. And because I knew, like, as soon as I pulled up to there, my fucking heart was going, bum, 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 bum. I was fucking tripping.
Right.
I was like, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight.
You
know
wanted
what I mean?
that fight so bad.
So when I got there, and he fucking was just, I was like, can I talk to you first before you do the blood pressure, right? And he goes, he's like, oh, let me do it first. And he did it, and he goes, you're still high, like. And I was like, hold on, can you look at
High, like weed, but
Yeah.
high blood pressure.
I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Because I was high too.
Right.
And I said, I just need you to look at this, please.
Yeah.
And I can pull it up and read it, but I know exactly what I said.
Right.
I said, I'm a fighter. I need to fight. My blood pressure is so high because I'm so nervous. If you don't let me fight, I won't be able to feed my family. I started like saying whatever. I was pleading with him.
Yes.
And I was just like, all you got to do is write. I think the limit was like 87.
Fighter hustling.
All you got to do is exactly what it was. I was like, this
Yeah.
fool bot fucking use the street knowledge right now. So he had to wrote it all down. I wrote it all down, and he read it, and he goes, I was like, man, I don't know what this dude fucking, if he was going to do it. And he was thinking, he's like, let's go in the next room. And we went to the next room, and then he read it again. He was like, exactly what do you want me to do? I said, I want you to lie. And I want you to write down that my blood pressure is good.
I love it.
And says, and I'll pay you, and I'll never rat you out. I know you lose your, And he's like, you don't got to pay me. I'll do it. He did it.
Yes, I
Right?
love shit
So he
like
passed
that.
me. So the doctor came back in.
I love real motherfuckers like that.
The doctor was like,
damn it, I love it.
He was like, you ready for your physical? Right? He's the Indian dude. I was just like, yeah, I'm ready because I was on like 4 narcos, right? I was like, I had to fucking do it.
Yeah, you had to be pain-free.
And I stuck socks in my shoe, and I was able to do all the walk without show them pain.
Right.
I was still in pain. So I got all that done, and the first thing we sent it to Camel.
Beautiful.
Sent it to Camel, and they fucking passed. They could not pass me, but they were tripping. Like, how in the fuck were you able to get the bullet out? I made up a story and said I went to Mexico or whatever. But, were you able to get the bullet out? Were you able to pass? Were you able to get clean blood work? How were you able to do this? I spent my whole rest of 5 weeks figuring it out, thinking, calling people, paying people, cheating, doing whatever to get cleared for that fight at 170 at the wake house when you were there, right?
Good
So I
fucking
had a
job.
week left to the fight. Ron, again, Ron Bahan, shout out to Ron again,
What up, Ron? I like
takes me from L.A. to Fresno,
Right.
puts me in a hotel and stays with me, and we literally cut weight every day, all day.
Nice.
And we go to Halo and train and hit the bag. And I'm like, that's literally what we do.
Ron. Such a good supporter. Ron's a great guy.
And I'm sitting there and I'm fucking 80, like I couldn't do it no more. It was the morning of the fight. I was fucking dying, crying, calling, I can't do this, fuck this, whatever.
Right.
And they're like, you got to make weight. And I had so many ticket sales. I think I had close to 200 ticket sales. My fucking shirts were fucking going.
You're a big draw.
The motherfucking line was down the street. The line. They had to turn away 140 people, or that's they estimated or some shit.
You're a big draw, man. Everybody
Yeah.
loves to see you fight. You're exciting.
Well,
and
'cause I bring it.
I love it as
You
well.
know
I
what I
love to
mean?
watch you fight, and you're a great guy, and
Thank
you
you,
fucking
thank
bring
you.
the fucking heat.
And that's
But-
what I'm going to do in about 10 fucking days.
And what I really like is that you were in Mexico having Don Julio pull out bullets and shit. However, you
right.
had to get the motherfucking
Yeah.
shit done. You got it fucking done. And
Got
I
it done.
fucking love it. Now, we're going to talk about your fight coming up, and I believe it's on the 26th of on Saturday next weekend.
Just so you know, I ain't bullshitting.
Oh,
just,
shit.
Just so you know,
That's real.
I ain't playing. Let's go swipe this way. Don't swipe the other way. Just kidding.
I won't.
Look at.
Oh shit! Look, that's
Look at
real,
that shit.
motherfuckers.
That's
Look
real.
at that. That's a
Put
real
the-
modern day
where-
warrior.
where-
He's right
where's
here
the
in the
camera at?
flesh.
Right here?
James Delsid, right there, baby. See that shit?
You see that?
That's fucking real.
Same tattoos right here. Scar right there.
Right there. Look at that.
Boom.
Nice.
Anyways,
Yes.
so you know, I went through all that shit just to fight. Cut the weight, made the weight, came
I
out of the
love
fight.
it.
Got hit one time in the face with a knee. I didn't even know where I was. It is what it is. I know what I signed up for.
Right. And then, okay, so you're fighting for the middleweight belt, Valley Fight Series, correct?
Yes, back at middleweight.
Back at middleweight. Awesome. Okay. That's next Saturday.
26th.
February 26th. Everybody, you get out there because James is a good fighter. He's very exciting, and you have to get out there and see him. Trust me. It's going to be a great fight. You will not be disappointed. He lets it all hang out, and he goes fucking haywire in there. And Buddy is in control. So before we go, James, is there anybody you need to shout out? Any of your sponsors or anybody like that? All the people that support you?
Yes, a lot. I want to, because I had to write the shit down or something. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
But I want to show this on the camera. You see? Can you see this? It's right there. Can you see it clearly? Or help me out, Coach. Go.
Yeah, I got you right here. Look.
That's where it's at. That's what he's talking about.
And I'll share it too on the website.
Share that. At JD Kane. Don't use that barcode. Make sure you holler at me and touch the screen. Touch the screen. Won't just touch your finger.
Don't swipe though.
Yeah, don't.
Don't swipe the other way. There it is.
You might see some greatness. Let me know if you want tickets. Holler at me for tickets. If you need shirts, holler at me for shirts. I promise I'm going to bring this shit, and I will put on a show that you've never seen before in your life. I always say my walkout is the price of admission. That's how fucking great this show is, and you will see. So, yes, I would like to give, man. So, first of all, if I forget to shout you out, I'm sorry. It's not because you're not on my mind. It's just because there's so much stuff. The top ones, my massage there guy, I forgot his fucking name. Massage guy, the
Ohana.
Ohana
Massage Therapy.
Ohana has really been helping me a lot, fixing my bones.
Great guy.
Yeah, fixing my neck. We train so much. Shout out to him. You guys need a professional sports massages, go to him. Ohana. He'll let you know. He'll fix you up. He'll fucking he'll turn a crippled guy into a fucking jog marathon. But
right.
Grill Masters, thank you so much for feeding me, providing me with my protein and my chicken breast. Blurple, Sean, he's always looking out for me. Again, Ron Baha. I have. I'm just gonna pull up my fucking phone, man. I have to because, yeah, I'm gonna make it easy because I already forgot all the. I didn't forget. It's when I see him.
Well, it's because of Blurple.
Because of Blurple, yeah.
Blurple, yeah. It's
Blurple. Red Wave, so much for all the ink they do for me, for the shirts they do for me, for the love and support, for all the shout outs. Yeah, I'm not there yet, Coach. I got you.
No. I'm talking about Red Wave.
I gotta say the best for last.
No, the tattoos. I was saying because Rico tats on us also.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of our tattoo artists. Rico, what up,
so,
man?
Barboza Barber Academy, Caroline Barboza, basically down there. My stepmom's been cutting my hair for free for the last... Since 2005, since I got out, she's been cutting my hair for free. I think I gave her like $10 one time and shit. You know what I mean?
It's all love.
But she's been like really, really on the spot, taking care of me all the time. My buddy back home, Lesnar, you know what I mean, helping me out, giving me money, supporting me.
Yeah.
I can't read that shit, but I ain't even say that. My buddy Miggs, he be helping out me and my daughter. He's down there in L.A. He's a boxer. He be really looking out for me. It's loading. It's still ABC Auto Bottle Collisions. Man, they've been looking at me for day one. They don't, they just every time I have a fight, I just come up here. They write me a little check.
Nice.
Every time I, fucking wreck a car, they give me a car. They take care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fix
That's
my
love
car.
right there.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that shit.
No fees. And I can't read that good. Heart Breast Tattoo. They're out of Lindsay. Man, this speaks for itself. You know what I mean?
Looking good, man.
BLK Prime. I'm actually their referee for their boxing.
Yeah.
We're doing a show March 12th. It will be on pay-per-view. I'll be their referee.
In your tuxedo, looking all pimped
tuxedo,
out.
Whatever I want to do, I do.
That's
they
right.
look out for me. They pay me well. They sponsor me. They put me in nice hotels. Everything. Sam's Desert Hot Springs. You got to go see them. You got to go check them out. They take care of me. They're always sending me money. Gooch Training Academy.
Gooch.
My coach Gooch down there, black belt, MMA fighter. coaches kids, coaches my daughters. Is pretty much my daughters. That's like their mentor.
Awesome guy.
You know what I mean? He's a hell of a. He's a nut, crazy,
Solid,
but he's
and cool.
a good fucking fighter.
That's right.
And every time I'm in, because I'm back and forth, but when I'm there, he sets the time to be with me when I request. Now I'm a
Nice.
fucking spoiled fucking brat, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm here. Can we train?
Yeah.
And he'll figure it out, and always train me, and I love him for that.
Right.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Just like you.
Absolutely.
And then call my lawyer.com. 310-777717. If you need a hot lawyer, they take care of me. They look out for me too. When we commit crimes. Nah, I'm just kidding. No crimes, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
Shit
you
happens,
get a
man.
DUI or some shit like
In
that.
case some shit happens, you got backup.
Yeah,
That's what you got to have backup.
Gun
all the
Racks,
time.
my man Steve Gun Racks, man, he's just always blessing me. Just always blessing me. That's all I
Savage.
can say. He's just always blessing me.
Humble
He's always
dude.
taking care of me.
Humble.
He's always taking care of
Good
me.
guy.
And man,
The list goes on.
the
and
list
on
goes
of all
on.
the
I'm trying to
support.
whatever. So
all the
from
love
there,
is there.
give a shout out. I always give a shout out to Outlaw Boxing. Coach Cliff, Coach Brandon. I love them.
Right.
They're the first ones to really teach me how to fight.
Right.
And I'll never forget that. They got a special place in my heart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We were Blue Moon Boxing for a while, but we just changed the name to G-Way.
Right.
And that's where I trained. Coach Ivan down there is my head boxing coach.
Nice.
It's my daughter's head boxing coach. Coach Ivan, shout out. Love you too. Anytime I can go to LA right now and just disrupt his whole schedule, and he will see me and help me.
Nice.
Because that's what he has.
Right.
One Kicks crew. Oh, man. You guys just do so much for me. He does so much for me. He loves me so much. Especially me and my character, because he's more strict. He's more on time. He's more don't do this, don't drink that, eat this, be here, and you know what I mean. We're the total opposite. You know what I'm saying? And so and for him still to put up with me,
Great
and take
coach.
care of me. I go to his house, I shower, he washes my clothes, feeds me, just whatever I need, like whatever it is I forget my raps, coach. You know what I mean? He brings them.
One of the best
Yeah,
coaches I've ever
and,
seen. Yeah, he's a good coach. You're right.
And last but not least, fucking Halo. Love you, coach.
Love you,
You know
brother.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Always looking out for me. Gives me
Yes.
a key to the gym. Has been taking care of me from day one. Man, there's just so much history and love between me and this man right here. Angel Lopez, we're fucking shooting videos together. We're just,
That's right.
You know what I mean? Fighting together.
That's
going
right.
Everywhere, going down. We're going to United Kingdom here in August.
In October.
In October, same thing, August, October.
Yep.
I've been getting them confused my whole life. So, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Newcastle, England, right
We're gonna
there.
go over
Alex
there.
Wright, much love, brother.
Yeah.
We're going out there.
And
The affiliation is real.
That's real. And I want to make sure I mention my my daughters. I already mentioned Jay Queen,
Do it.
Jazzy Fade.
Right.
She's the mom. She's the keeper. She keeps everything together. You know what I mean? And
Right.
She's the martial artist.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's dope, and I love her so much. And she's right here, Jazzy Fade, and Jamie Kane is just they're all special, but she's the one.
Right.
She's the one. She's the real mixed martial artist.
Right.
Got more heart than fucking pro fighters. I mean, she
love it.
is the fucking donkey. And
The donkey.
Yeah. Then Baby Jane is I'm not sure what she's going to be, but she's going to be an athlete. And, she's almost 3, so she's just cussing and shit right now, going through whatever she's going through. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I love my kids so much, very much, very much. I want to give a shout out to my wife. She's Crystal Delsid. She's at home holding it down. When I have a camp, when I got to come up here and fight, she just make sure that my kids get to training, practice.
Right.
And somewhere along the line feeds them if they got to stop and eat or
Right.
whatever. But it's having a baby and having 3 kids that are athletes
Yeah.
that are serious about it.
A lot of work.
There's a lot of work and different gyms and stuff. So
Absolutely.
if I forgot anybody, I'm sure I'm gonna walk out and say, "Fuck, yeah, I forgot about this guy." You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I do it all the fucking time.
Shout out to Modern Day Warriors, to Ruben. Thank you so much for having me out here.
Hey, man, it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Yep.
I actually do this shit every day, but just not on the mic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see you got charisma. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's hard for me to go to the gym, be at the gym at 5. Fuck, I can't start training till 6. So I start talking.
Yeah,
Legends podcasting,
I mean?
baby.
yeah, that's how I am. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. That's what's up.
But anyways, after the fight, we're gonna fill these up.
Yeah, we're going to fill these up and we're going to fucking take some shots afterwards after you know.
Let's go, baby. Let's
deserve
go.
that shit.
February 26th, Kings County Fairgrounds. Come and see me fight. You will not be disappointed. Hit me up for tickets at JD Kane. I promise you.
Ladies and gentlemen, JD Kane right here, Fresno's own modern day warrior. And that's going to conclude our show today. And go watch him fight. Like he said, February 26th at the Valley Fight Series in Hanford. And all you fucking haters out there, keep hating yourselves. Fuck off. Peace. Let's have some fucking fun. That's it. If you're fighting against the toughest, you're going to become the toughest. If you're fighting in that environment, the toughest environment, you're going to become that environment. So let's just get used to the toughest environment and let's go for it. Let's just make it happen. I'm the head professor here. I'm the head professor.